Have you ever wondered why some men in their 70s and 80s still walk with strength, think with clarity, and smile with energy, while others fade far too soon? Is it just a lucky roll of the genetic dice? Or could it be that we're ignoring one of the most underrated yet powerful factors behind longevity? Imagine a solution so simple it doesn't require a prescription. No pills, no surgeries. Just something deeply natural that could protect your brain, boost your heart, and help you feel fully alive again. And yet, most men overlook it entirely. Here's the truth. Neglecting your sexual health could be one of the fastest ways to age prematurely. That might sound surprising, even uncomfortable, but it's backed by real science and decades of experience from men who learned this lesson the hard way. In this video, we're going to reveal one of the most vital yet forgotten tools for men over 55 to maintain lasting energy, strength, and well-being. You might feel shocked. You might even feel skeptical. But stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could change the way you think about aging forever. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. And if this message resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, feel free to type 0. Your feedback helps me create better content for you. 1. Why do some people age faster than others? Have you ever looked around and noticed how different older men can seem? Some in their 70s and 80s still move with confidence, stay mentally alert, and carry a strong sense of purpose, while others, often just a few years older, struggle with weakness, confusion, and disconnection from life. What causes this gap? Is it all written in their DNA? Not quite. While genetics do play a role, the bigger difference often lies in lifestyle choices, especially one that hardly anyone talks about: the preservation of sexual health. Among the most overlooked contributors to early decline in men over 55 is the slow disappearance of sexual expression, including self-pleasure. Many assume that as they age, it's normal to lose interest, ability, or both. But research says otherwise. The need for connection, stimulation, and pleasure doesn't vanish with time. It evolves. Biologically, we are wired to crave intimacy throughout life. Yet because of social shame, health concerns, or personal misunderstanding, countless men begin to withdraw from their sexuality entirely, and that's where the real problems begin. As sexual activity fades, so does stimulation of the systems that help your body and mind thrive. Testosterone levels begin to drop, leading to weaker muscles, slower metabolism, and thinner bones. Blood flow decreases, raising the risk of heart issues and compounding sexual dysfunction. Even the brain begins to suffer. Sexual activity stimulates powerful neurohormones, dopamine and oxytocin, that are essential for memory, focus, and emotional resilience. Men who stay sexually active are not just happier, they're mentally sharper too, with a lower risk of cognitive decline and conditions like Alzheimer's. In contrast, men who step away from intimacy often experience more stress, more depression, and a fading sense of identity. So, what's the takeaway? Sexuality in later life isn't a luxury. It's not indulgent, it's essential. Staying engaged, through partner intimacy or self-pleasure, helps preserve strength, clarity, and a deep sense of purpose. Because aging well isn't just about what you stop doing. It's about what you choose to keep alive inside of you. And, as we move forward, you'll discover even more powerful ways this often ignored part of your life holds the key to staying young, connected, and vibrant. Let's move on to the next truth: why ignoring this can quietly erode your body from the inside out. 2. The incredible benefits of sexual activity for the elderly. It's time we talked honestly, because what society so often labels as inappropriate or unnecessary in old age may actually be the very thing keeping some men alive, sharp, and emotionally grounded. Sexual activity, including both partnered intimacy and self-pleasure, isn't just a fond memory of youth. For men over 55, it remains one of the most underestimated yet profoundly powerful tools for health and longevity. The assumption that sexuality naturally fades with age is not only outdated, it's dangerous. Research increasingly shows that Maintaining an active sexual life delivers real measurable benefits across the entire body and mind. Let's start with your heart. One of the most well-documented advantages of regular sexual activity is its powerful effect on cardiovascular health. When you engage sexually, even moderately, it stimulates healthy blood circulation throughout the body. This doesn't just help you feel more energized, it actively reduces your risk of hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. A large-scale study from the University of Finland revealed something remarkable. Elderly men who stayed sexually active had a 50% lower risk of developing cardiovascular problems compared to those who were not. Half. That's not a minor detail. It's life-saving, and it's not just about the heart. Sexual activity, as mild aerobic exercise, also contributes to overall fitness. The movement, the breathing, the physical engagement, however gentle, can help maintain flexibility, improve sleep quality, and even lift your energy for the next day. It's like a medicine that comes from within. Then comes the brain. Many don't realize that sexual expression is also a form of mental exercise. Each time you engage in intimacy, your brain releases dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, a potent trio of neurochemicals that regulate mood, sharpen focus, and fight stress. Researchers from the University of California found that regular sexual activity enhances neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form and strengthen connections. That means better memory, stronger mental clarity, and a reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Think about that. A more engaged sex life could literally help preserve your mind as you age. Sexual health also plays a pivotal role in hormonal regulation, especially testosterone. It's well known that testosterone levels decline naturally with age. What's less discussed is how sexual activity helps sustain testosterone production. By staying sexually active, older men can preserve muscle mass, support bone density, and protect against frailty and osteoporosis. These aren't luxuries, they're foundations for maintaining strength and independence in daily life. Even more compelling is the link between regular ejaculation and prostate health. A landmark study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine revealed that men who ejaculated at least 21 times per month had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Why? Because ejaculation helps flush toxins, reduce inflammation, and maintain a healthier prostate environment. It's not about frequency for performance, it's about consistency for prevention. But beyond all the science, beyond the charts, and the studies, there's a more personal, more emotional truth. Staying sexually active enhances your quality of life. It reduces anxiety, improves sleep, fosters a stronger sense of identity, and boosts self-esteem. It helps you feel more alive, more connected to your body, your partner, if you have one, and most importantly, to yourself. Too many older men believe that sexuality ends with youth, but the reality is that intimacy matures, deepens, and transforms. It doesn't disappear. It becomes less about performance and more about presence, care, and meaning. So if you've ever questioned whether this part of your life still matters, let this be your answer. It matters more than ever. Prioritizing sexual wellness isn't about vanity. It's about vitality. And now that we've explored the wide-reaching benefits, it's time to uncover the hidden risks. Because while sexual activity supports your health in powerful ways, giving it up too soon can have equally powerful and dangerous consequences. Let's look closer at what happens when this vital connection is lost. Another common mistake that many older men fall into is the belief that abstaining from sexual activity will help them conserve energy and live longer. This idea, while persistent, is rooted in outdated myths and pseudoscience. Old notions that frame sexual expression as something that drains a man, depleting his energy or weakening his body. But modern medical research paints a very different picture, one that older men urgently need to hear. In reality, avoiding sexual activity does not lead to more energy or vitality. Quite the opposite. It can quietly accelerate physical decline. Men who abstain from sex for extended periods often experience a gradual loss of muscle tone, a drop in bone density, and slower metabolism. Their bodies become less resilient, their energy fades, and the natural systems that once kept them vibrant begin to shut down. Not because of age alone, but because of lack of stimulation and engagement. Science shows that regular sexual activity, including self-pleasure, helps maintain cardiovascular function, immune strength, and hormonal balance. It boosts testosterone production, which supports everything from physical stamina to mental focus. And it improves circulation, which is vital for both heart and brain health. Yet many older men who believe they are doing something noble by abstaining may be unknowingly harming themselves. They mistake withdrawal for wisdom. They think that giving up on their sexual selves is a mark of maturity, when in fact it may be quietly stripping away their vitality. It's important to understand, sexual activity in later life is not indulgent, it's essential. When approached with mindfulness and intention, it becomes an act of maintenance, preservation, and even healing. And for men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, embracing this truth can mean the difference between slow decline and sustained well-being. But of course, even knowing all of this, many men still hold back, for one deeply personal reason: shame. Let's now turn to the emotional weight that stops so many men from claiming the health, confidence, and connection they still deserve. 4. Practical methods to restore sexual health. After 55, for countless men over the age of 55, a noticeable decline in sexual function can feel like a door quietly closing, one they were never warned about and don't know how to reopen. Many accept it as an unavoidable part of growing older, but the truth is far more hopeful. Scientific research and decades of clinical insight now show that sexual health can not only be preserved, it can be restored. With the right mindset and consistent effort, men can overcome both the physical limitations and psychological barriers that contribute to this decline. The key lies in understanding that the aging body isn't broken, it's changing. And when you adapt your approach to match those changes, incredible things can happen. The first and often most overlooked step is creating the right environment for intimacy. Stress and anxiety are major saboteurs of sexual function, especially in later life. When the brain is flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone, it suppresses testosterone and restricts blood flow, making arousal more difficult. That's why setting aside quiet, unrushed time in a peaceful space is essential. This isn't just about atmosphere. It's about telling your nervous system, you're safe now, you can relax. Supportive pillows, warm lighting, and comfortable positions can reduce pressure on aging joints and make the experience both more enjoyable and more physically sustainable. Once the space is set, the next step is turning inward. Deep, rhythmic breathing and progressive muscle relaxation are powerful tools for increasing blood oxygen, releasing tension, and recentering the mind. Many older men carry a hidden pressure to perform, even in private. That mindset alone can block the body from responding naturally. Practicing mindfulness before sexual activity, taking a few minutes to simply breathe, focus, and feel, can shift everything. It moves the experience from pressure to presence, from performance to pleasure. Another powerful method for reawakening the body is to reconnect through touch, without immediately focusing on the genitals. As men age, arousal may take more time, and that's not a problem, it's a new rhythm. Areas like the inner thighs, chest, neck, and lower abdomen are rich in nerve endings. When explored with gentle, intentional touch, these zones can gradually reignite pleasure pathways that have gone dormant. This slow buildup prevents frustration and allows arousal to unfold organically. Of course, adapting stimulation to fit the needs of an aging body is just as important. Using high-quality lubricants, especially those designed for sensitive or mature skin, can increase comfort and reduce irritation. Warming lubricants may enhance blood flow and sensitivity. Incorporating tools such as gentle massagers or vibration devices can also be incredibly helpful, especially for men experiencing decreased dexterity or nerve response. These aren't crutches, they're resources that support your evolving body with intelligence and care. But even with the best techniques, there's one thing that matters above all: consistency. Like any other system in the body, sexual function thrives on regular engagement. Medical studies show that sexual activity or self-pleasure just 2 to 3 times a week helps maintain blood flow, preserve erectile tissue elasticity, and stabilize hormone levels. It's like exercise for your sexuality. Regular repetition strengthens the system and slows decline. When practiced with patience, compassion, and intention, these strategies can help any man not only restore his sexual health, but also reclaim his confidence and sense of vitality. This isn't about resisting age, It's about refusing to fade away without a fight. And as we move forward, we'll dive even deeper into how to build lasting habits that keep your body responsive, your spirit connected, and your quality of life at its peak. Because restoring sexual health isn't just about pleasure. It's about power, identity, and staying vibrantly alive. 5. The life-changing results of consistent sexual practice. When it comes to aging well, most people talk about diet, exercise, and mental stimulation. But there's one more habit, quietly powerful yet often overlooked, that can profoundly influence your health: regular sexual expression. Whether shared with a partner or practiced privately, maintaining this connection to your body delivers benefits that go far beyond fleeting pleasure. The key, however, lies in consistency. When men commit to sexual activity as a regular part of their weekly routine, the changes come in waves, subtle at first, then significant, and ultimately transformative. In the short term, often within the first few weeks, men who begin practicing mindful self-pleasure or partner intimacy report feeling more relaxed, less anxious, and more emotionally balanced. That's because the act itself triggers the release of endorphins, your body's natural mood lifters, and oxytocin, the bonding hormone that fosters calm and emotional connection. These changes also improve sleep quality, a critical factor for aging well. Increased blood flow during arousal also supports healthier tissue and vascular tone in the genital area, helping restore sensitivity and spark stronger arousal responses. Even when erections don't immediately improve, many men say they feel reconnected to their bodies, which helps reduce frustration and build confidence. In the medium term, around 2 to 3 months in, the improvements become even more visible. Testosterone production stabilizes, which helps maintain muscle strength, energy levels, and bone density. Men also begin to notice more consistent and stronger erections, thanks to improved blood circulation and vascular health. Mentally, their clarity sharpens. Cognitive performance improves as regular sexual activity stimulates neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and form new connections. Studies show men who remain sexually engaged in later years often demonstrate better memory, quicker thinking, and lower rates of depression than their less active peers. These benefits don't just feel good, they build real resilience. In the long term, for those who maintain regular sexual expression over a year or more, the health effects are not only measurable, they're profound. Research shows that consistent sexual activity lowers the risk of prostate complications, including prostate cancer. Cardiovascular health improves, with lower blood pressure and reduced risk of heart disease. But beyond the physical, what often matters most is the emotional impact. Men who continue to embrace their sexuality tend to age with greater self-esteem, more joy, and deeper connection. They're less likely to experience social withdrawal or emotional isolation, two silent threats that often go unnoticed but can quietly erode health and happiness. The takeaway is clear: sexuality does not fade with age unless you let it. In fact, it becomes even more valuable as a tool for maintaining strength, connection, and identity. Conclusion: embracing sexual health for longevity and lasting vitality. Aging is inevitable. But how you age? That part is still yours to decide. And one of the most underestimated yet powerful levers you can pull is sexual health. A deeply personal, profoundly important aspect of well-being that many men are taught to neglect. Too often, men believe that sexual desire naturally fades with age. But science tells a different story. Maintaining a regular sexual routine, including self-pleasure, can actively enhance physical, mental, and emotional health. This isn't a theory, it's fact. Consistent sexual expression helps slow cognitive decline, stabilize hormone levels, protect against heart disease, and reduce the risk of depression and even Alzheimer's. Engaging in sexual activity just 2 to 3 times a week helps preserve blood circulation, supports stronger erections, and promotes a sense of vitality that can't be replicated by pills or supplements alone. Intimacy also triggers the release of oxytocin and endorphins, chemicals that reduce stress, build emotional resilience, and help you sleep deeper and feel more balanced. Emotionally, sexual expression becomes a tool of self-worth. It helps combat loneliness, reinforces self-image, and provides a sense of connection that lasts far beyond the moment. To unlock all of this, Men must be willing to adapt. That means using relaxation techniques, incorporating appropriate lubricants, trying new forms of stimulation, and perhaps most importantly, challenging outdated societal beliefs that suggest sexuality no longer belongs in your life after 60. That is not only false, it is harmful. When sexual health is embraced alongside proper diet, regular movement, and mental wellness, it forms the foundation of a rich, full, thriving life in later years, not just in terms of quantity, but in quality. So take this message with you. Your sexuality doesn't have an expiration date. Your desire to feel alive, connected, and vibrant? That never leaves. And now you have the tools, the insight, and the permission to make it part of your self-care journey again. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What is one truth from this video you plan to carry into your own life? Let's support each other in embracing these vital, sometimes forgotten parts of ourselves. If you enjoyed this message, please comment with a 1. If not, leave a 0. Your feedback helps us grow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wise Elders Legacy for more life-changing insights into healthy, joyful aging. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.